Good morning, friends, and happy Wednesday. Today we are leaving for Greenville, Tennessee. Excuse me. We will be there tonight, tomorrow night, and Friday night, and then Saturday making our way over to Gatlinburg, and then staying there for one night, and then coming home on Sunday. But I thought I would go ahead and get the vlog started now for you guys, because I know it's gonna take us, I think, 3.5 hours to drive to Greenville. When we get there, we'll check in, we'll do a room tour, and we'll go grab something to eat, and then we'll call it a day. But I wanted to quickly show you guys that I have clothes pretty much laid out and packed. I have my shoes here that I'm going to be wearing. These are going to be wearing, I got those the other day. Aren't those the cutest little like yellow espadrilles? I got them to wear with that dress that I bought at Belk with all the little pretty colors in. I'm going to wear that for Mother's Day. When Brian gets home, he's got to put his shirts in here that he wants to wear. I have a sweatshirt in here for him for Saturday, and then a shirt will hang up in the car for when we go have lunch with my mom on Sunday. All the toiletries and stuff here, and bed is made, and we are good to go. I'm actually doing a couple of deviled eggs right now, and I have stuff in the washing machine, which is done, so I can get those out really quick. And I'm also watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial right now as well, and my battery's dying, so perfect timing. So I'll see you guys probably when we get on the road. Alrighty guys, so we are stopped at a rest area really quick to use the bathroom. I always beat Brian out for some reason. But anyway, we are right off of 24. I'm like right here. You can see like cars coming. You can see this creepy guy walking. Hopefully he's just going to the garbage can. But anyway, you can see like 24 is like literally like right here. And this rest area is a very, very nice rest area. I think he's just looking for garbage. Yeah, he's just a garbage dude. He's got garbage bags in his back pocket. Yeah. Anyway, just a very nice rest area. You guys can see it from here. It's really nice and clean inside. They've got plenty of bathrooms as well, so that's always a plus. We always make sure that when we are traveling that we, especially if I'm traveling by myself, but even if we're traveling together, always make sure that I stop at a rest area that is fully operational and there's people here and cars here. Something that's crowded, that has a lot of activity going. Same with like gas stations. I am not a big fan of stopping at, unless it's like an emergency, like stopping at rinky-dink, like off the beaten path gas stations or restrooms like that. Now we have done that a time or two because we've had to, but I try to avoid those as much as possible, especially if I'm by myself. So I always make certain that I stop at big, huge gas stations like a Love's or now Buc-ee's that they have around. I hope we have a Buc-ee's. I don't know if we have a Buc-ee's on this part, like 75 North where we're heading. I know there's a new one 75 South in Georgia, but I don't know if there's one by where we're headed, like towards where we're headed. Oh, here comes Brian. So we're headed off now, back to the road. Alrighty guys, so we made it to our hotel in Greenville. We are staying at the Hampton Inn in Greenville. We will be here for the next 3 nights and leaving Saturday morning. But we did go down and have a bite to eat at Aubrey's, which is a really good restaurant. That steak was amazing. It was so good. I had a margarita, and you can see what alcohol does to me. It makes my cheeks all red and rosy. But anyway, so we are back in our room. It is about 6:40, and Brian's jumping in the shower, and we're gonna call it a night, because obviously it took us about 3.5–4 hours to drive here, and we're full and we're tired, so we're going to call it a night. Very nice rooms though, really nice hotel. There is quite a few things to do around here, so I'm kind of excited about that. I kind of thought this might be like out in the middle of nowhere and I'd have nothing to do, but that doesn't seem to be the case, which I'm thankful for. But yeah, really nice room, king size bed. I believe that couch probably pulls out into a bed as well, but we're gonna get settled in and get jammies on, take makeup off, and chill for the rest of the evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, friends, and happy Thursday. I am in Greenville, Tennessee. I've talked to you guys about this a couple of times. Brian is here on business and I am here on pleasure. But anyway, so usually when Brian has to do business in certain towns, I always try to find something to do, whether it be shopping, whether it be historic, whether it be just oddities that they have around the town. There is only like a Walmart here, there is a Belk, there's a Hobby Lobby. I don't need to go to any of those. I did go to Ingles this morning because that is the only place, which is like a grocery store, which is the only place, let me try to fix this, which is the only place that serves Starbucks. So after I dropped Brian off this morning, I went to Ingles and bought a Starbucks, and then I walked around Ingles for a little bit and picked up a few things that I needed here. One being breakfast, so I picked up like a little fruit bowl with strawberries and pineapple and some like tangerines in it. It was really good. I didn't eat all of it, so I left some of it. Maybe Brian, I can eat it tomorrow morning, or Brian can have some later on. I also bought some pudding, which you guys can see like right there. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got some peanut butter crunch cereal because that's gluten-free, and I thought, well, I can also munch on that. The one thing that Ingles is such a beautiful grocery store. We had one in Georgia, and I think I went one time in the 9 years that I lived there, but this one is really, really pretty. It's like laid out really, really nicely, and I noticed that down all of the aisles they had these little brown tags, you know, where price tags and stuff are. They had these little brown tags identifying gluten-free products, and I thought that is brilliant, that is clever, that is the best thing to do, because they literally had it down every aisle, and anything that was gluten-free in that aisle had this little brown tag, and I thought, amazing, that is like perfect. So I was so happy to see that. And then they had a nice large frozen section of gluten-free stuff as well, and they had like long French bread, they had dinner rolls, they had pizza crust. I ended up getting another their brand, which was like, I want to call it Lily Lynn or something like that. I'll have to check later on to make sure what brand it is, but I think like Ingles had their own brand, and I got a bread mix, like a white bread, that you can make your own like gluten-free white bread. So I definitely want to try that. I do have another like box at home to make bread, but this one was white bread, and I don't think the other one was white bread that I got at home, but nonetheless I picked it up anyway, and I'm excited to make bread from it, see how well that tastes. So on today's agenda, so this town, there's a name for this town besides Greenville. It's called something, but anyway, Andrew Johnson, one of the presidents, was actually born here, and I believe he's also buried here. Don't quote me on that, but I do know this is the birthplace of Andrew Johnson. So and Andrew Johnson, what was he? He was our, let me look, hold on. All right, so I found some information on Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson was the 17th president of the United States, serving from 1865 to 1869. He assumed the presidency as he was vice president at the time of the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Johnson was a Democrat who ran with Lincoln in the National Union ticket, coming to office as the Civil War concluded. He was born December 29th, 1809 in Raleigh, North Carolina, and died July 31st, 1875 in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Presidential terms, April 15, 1865 to March 4th, 1869. Democratic Party. He was married to Elizabeth McCardle Johnson. He has children, Martha, Andrew, Mary, Robert, and Charles. And his nicknames were Father of the Homestead Act, the Tennessee Tailor. So that is interesting. So we're gonna kind of go around here. We're gonna find some interesting things about Andrew Johnson. Let me look up something else. So I told you guys he was the 17th president, right? Okay. So let me look up some more other things, and then we're gonna go track his stuff down. Alrighty, so it looks like I have found kind of what I'm looking for about Andrew Johnson. I think there's a statue erected of him over here across the street. I think this is, I'm gonna find some information out, but there was like a big huge school group down here in the corner too, and then a lot of construction going on. And then I know this is like a really old house right here too, so like I said, lots of construction going on. So we're gonna try to figure this all out. And I don't know where the school group went, but there is a sign over here, and let's go read it. This is such a pretty little like walk area. So pretty through here. So let's go find out what all this is about. Sorry for the beeping. There's a lot of construction going on down there. Okay. So this house, oh geez, is a replica building. In front of us is based off Johnson's birthplace, preserved in Raleigh, North Carolina. And this says, discover more about Johnson's extraordinary life at Andrew Johnson National Historic Site. Okay, so this house is the picture, but this is a replica of it. Very, very cool. Awesome. I have wrestled with poverty. I am not gonna be able to read that with that beeping, you guys. At age 15, Johnson and his brother got into a legal dispute with the tailor and ran away. 2 years later, Johnson returned to Raleigh to try to settle the dispute. Then he led his mother and stepfather over the Appalachians here to Greenville. From his humble beginnings, Johnson started on the road to independence and eventually the presidency of the United States. All right, so right across the street is that little house, which is right there. This is where all the construction is happening. And then right over here is a statue of Andrew Johnson, the 17th president of the United States. And there he is, Andrew Johnson. That is him. Wow. I think they're just really trying to clean it up down here, which makes sense. Ooh, this is very hard to read. Margaret Johnson Patterson Bartlett, Andrew Johnson. Born in poverty and obscurity in Raleigh, North Carolina, an apprentice tailor established home and trade just across the street in 1826. He married Eliza McCardle in 1827, and from that union, an inspiration began an unprecedented rise in American politics. There's a lot more to read, but very cool. So I don't really know where else I'm going here. Over to my left, there's a lot of, like I said, school kids, and now they're over there. I don't know what they're doing. I was hoping they were leaving soon. But anyway, this is the Andrew Johnson National Historic Site. Welcome to the historic site. This site commemorates the life and work of the 17th President of the United States. Born in poverty, Johnson rose from Greenville tailor to the nation's highest office. His political philosophy was based upon a strict interpretation of the Constitution, a belief in states' rights, unshakable commitment to serve the working men, and the conservative attitude towards, my goodness, they're quite loud, attitude towards government spending. Johnson's presidency, including the impeachment and acquittal, occurred during the chaotic aftermath of the Civil War. So these are all, so Andrew Johnson has a spring operations schedule open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 to 4, closed Mondays and Tuesdays. So I just made it just in time. So Andrew Johnson National Cemetery, that's where I want to find too, is a cemetery. And then Andrew Johnson Homestead, which I don't know if that's what I just saw. And then early home You begin your tour at the early home where exhibits describe Johnson's early years and roads. So I am here then. This is where I'm at right here. I am there. All right. So like I said, I was really hoping that school kids would leave because they're pretty loud. Alrighty, so as I kind of give those kids some time to depart and like tone it down a bit, I'm gonna go over here because I just saw a huge mural that said Greenville. So I'm gonna go over here. Oh, I don't like walking on those things. I'm gonna walk around. So, okay, it's my son texting me. So, yeah, this is such a cool mural. Greetings from Greenville, Tennessee. I love murals. I think they're really neat. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. But yeah, look at that. How cool is that? Greetings from Greenville. Let's see. Okay, thumbnail. Looks like they have a sled in there from Christmas time with some snowmen, it looks like, peeking over the top. They also have another little like mural over here that is like little angel wings. Isn't that cute? I like that. I would take my picture there, but the sun is right here and I wouldn't be able to do it because the sun would make it glare. No, black me out. That's what I meant. I also noticed when I was walking up here to this mural that they had one of these little houses right here, and I wanted to know if this is like a book exchange. It is. Look at that. A book exchange. I love these. These are the coolest little thing. They have some books in here that you can like switch out. You can grab a book and then bring a book back. That's really awesome. I think these are the coolest thing. I think Huntsville needs these all over the place. So all of the kids are still over here at this little site that I wanted to see, and they are rather loud. I really wish that they would leave so I can walk through this little house because it's something that I really want to go. It sounds like the teachers are trying to gather them, so we're just hoping that they do. And then we can go in and look at the house. Alright, so this is the house that he, like a replica I would assume. Democrats, the Whigs, Republicans. Very cool. I love all this stuff. The Democratic Party formed in the late 1820s around Andrew Jackson. He believed in American based on agriculture and independent craftsmen and opposed the rise of cities, industrialization, and centralization of the government. As part of its mission, the National Park Service employs and trains craftspeople in traditional methods of construction and preservation. The restoration of the interior of this early home provides an example of that training. Recreation of the walls required knowledge of the types of materials and construction methods used in the early 19th century, including plastering, marbleizing, painting, and carpentry. Through careful study and analysis, even the paint colors and plaster composition have been matched to restore the walls to their original appearance. So it's like an example of the walls. That's really cool. You can see the guys working on them to restore it nicely. That's so cool. So now I'm down here at this little, like a little water walkway through here. You can probably sit here and, you know, maybe have a picnic lunch or something. It's really nice and calming and relaxing. I don't know if there's anything else up there, but that's where all those kids are at. And I'm trying to avoid all those kids because I really want to like take it in and read. But I think they're going to be up there for a little bit longer. So I'm just trying to waste some time and we'll see if they eventually go away. Because I don't know if they're going to or not. Don't know. But this is a really pretty area. If you guys are like ever in like the Greenville area, I highly recommend coming by here and checking some of this stuff out because it's really pretty. Parking is free and there's plenty of parking, and you can walk around and look at all the different little houses and historical places that will talk to you about the history of Andrew Johnson, which is really, really cool. So far, kind of an interesting little historical site. I'm really enjoying it. Alrighty, so now I'm up here at the Veterans Memorial like Cemetery, and this view back here, I mean, look at those mountains back there. That is gorgeous. Such a beautiful view from up here. It actually kinda a little bit reminds me of the Glendale, I think it's Glendale, the Glendale Cemetery in California, because it's up on a hill and it like overlooks the city. And this one is kind of like up on a hill and it kind of like overlooks the city over there. So this is part of the Andrew Johnson National Historic Site, and then this is the okay, so it just kind of says the same thing that it said down there, that it just kind of like commemorates the life and work of the 17th president. So they've been mowing and stuff up here too, so that's cool. There's a, like, I drove in and there's a really big like walkway up there, and I'm like, oh, I'm not walking that whole thing. But look at this cemetery. Wow. So I'm curious to know like why this big cemetery? Like, I'm not exactly, I mean, okay, veterans, I get it. But like there's nothing here saying what this big huge statue is all about. You just kind of like walk around. Oh, I think these are the stairs. Yeah, all that down there is all the stairs, and I just kind of like drove up this way and went all the way around. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what like this is all about, but very cool. We're gonna go around here and read. Glad it says something finally over here. Oh, so this is their burial. This is where they're buried. Okay, Ange, get it together. So this is where they're buried. So Andrew Johnson, 17th President of the United States, born December 29th, 1808, died July 31st, 1875, and then his wife is buried next to him. So this is where they are buried. Then of course, then family right here, I would assume children, because it's all Johnson right here. Wow, that's really cool. Huh. Very neat. So this one right here says David Trotter Patterson. He died at the age of 73, and he was a judge of the first Judicial Circuit U.S. Senator. And then his wife, Martha Johnson Patterson, died July 10, 1901 at the age of 73. Lady of the White House, 1865, and there's her mother being invalid. So I don't know what that means. Wow, very interesting. It's rather cool. Y'all, look at that view, that mountain right there. That is gorgeous. What a beautiful little cemetery though. Very, very beautiful. And what a view. Beautiful. Nice and quiet. Cemeteries are always so beautiful. They're just quiet, eerie, but relaxing all at the same time. I'm not gonna make a joke. but obviously everybody else is relaxing too. It's a perfect place to relax, quite honestly. Bad jokes, sorry. Alrighty, so I'm back at my hotel and I picked up Taco Bell, and I was gonna sit out here and have my lunch, which I'm still going to do, but they are redoing the swimming pool over there, and so they have their machines on and it's kind of loud, so I probably won't talk and eat at the same time. But I did just get 3 like taco supremes because that's about all I can eat, because they're safe and it's chicken and it's really good. And yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my lunch and then go upstairs and probably chill for a little bit. It is 12:30, so I'm pretty much like done seeing what I wanted to see around here. There was a car museum here, but I'm not, and it looked closed. I drove past it already. It looked closed, so I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be something that I do tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my lunch and not in the quiet, because no quiet. What's up with today? Like, all those kids were loud, and then like I can't have any quiet over here because the swimming pool is being refurbished. That stinks. But I'm also right outside the gym here, so if anybody's like watching out the window at the gym, they're gonna see me devour my tacos. And I'm not gonna regret enjoying my tacos while they're working out. I don't know if anybody's in there. I can't see. But here's to the first bite. Oh, and Cinco de Mayo, which Brian and I are gonna go out tonight for Cinco de Mayo, but nothing like having tacos on Cinco de Mayo. And Taco Bell is just right next to my hotel. So, simple, easy, quick. So, yummy. I'm gonna make lunch and I will see you guys in a little while. Alrighty, so it is like 3:50. I have been in my room ever since I finished lunch, which was probably around 1 o'clock, I think it was. And that's when the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case came back online. So I've been watching it live online on YouTube. And her testimony is really quite compelling. Obviously, only 2 people know what exactly went on in there, and that is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And, you know, it's hard for me not to believe her. I'm sure it's hard for a lot of people not to believe her, but after what we've heard previously to her testimony and the recordings and all that stuff, it says a whole different story than what she's giving now, an account of what's going on now. And of course, then Johnny Depp's testimony gives a complete opposite of what he was saying and testifying about, compared to what she's saying now. It's just, the only 2 people know is them. That is it. And the third person would be God. God would be the only one who else would know what's going on behind closed doors in that whole like story. But nonetheless, I have been watching her, and then, you know, sometimes the camera will pan over to Johnny Depp, and I'll try to catch his demeanor just to see what he's doing. And the whole time he's kind of been faced away from the jury. He's kept his glasses on a lot of the time. He's taken them off too, but I've seen a lot of them where he's had them on. And his glasses are kind of tinted and dark, so you really can't see his eyes. And he's either doodling or he's writing things down on a piece of paper in front of him, and he's just kind of looking unaffected by things that she says. Every once in a while he'll raise his eyebrows and kind of do something, but you know, I've always been a fan of Johnny Depp, always. I think he's a great actor. I mean, Pirates, Sweeney Todd is like one of my favorites. Loved him. I just think he's such a great actor, and I think he does such a great job. But I also know there's probably like a very dark and weird side to him as well. but I think both of them together in a combination is a toxic combination of those two together. So I think that just their relationship just wasn't healthy to begin with. And if everything that she says is true about his possessiveness and his controlling, about, you know, certain scenes that she's in and the kissing scenes and the sex scenes, and then his accusations of her you know, having these affairs with her co-stars and all that good stuff, that's a little bit on the crazy side too. So again, it's just one of those things where you just don't know who to believe. Obviously you always, not always, but you always want to believe the victim, but who's the victim here in this? You know, if he didn't physically abuse her, his words are just as abusive, and his controlling and his possessiveness, that's just as controlling as her abusiveness of him, hitting him, slapping him, punching him, throwing things at him, taking a poop on their bed. Like that right there was like a red flag. Just right there in itself was a red flag. But again, it's hard to know the truth. It's hard to know. It's so hard, you know. You know, like I said, only God knows, and only those two know the whole truth to the story. So, and it's unfortunate that it all had to come out this way, because if any of it is true on her part, and if any of it is true on his part, man, that's going to be really, really hard for them to probably get any more jobs from here on out. And it's unfortunate because Johnny Depp has worked so hard for all of his things. And I know she has too, but he's a much bigger, like, star, present actor than she is. So, I don't know. It's just very interesting. But Brian had texted me a few minutes ago and said he'd be ready at 4:30. So I'll probably pick him up, and we'll probably go eat. I don't see us coming back here first. I could be wrong. I don't know. He may want to come back here and clean up a little bit. But if I had it, I would just go eat while we're out and then come back here and chill and relax. But I'm sure that their court's probably going to recess anyway, because it's about 4 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock there actually. So they'll probably do a recess. They just went to take a break. So I'm thinking that they'll probably go into, yeah, if it says it's over. Oh wait, I take it back. It's 4 o'clock. We're on the same time right now. So it's 4 o'clock. So they'll probably come back at 4:02 like the judge said, and then they'll probably end at about 5. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll probably miss the like last hour of it. I'll have seats right here on my phone. Please stay tuned. I have been just sitting in bed watching it. I actually put my pajamas on for a little while so I could just kind of sit and chill in the bed with my jammies on and just kind of watch the trial. But that's all I've been doing. So yeah, let's go have some Cinco de Mayo dinner, and I'll see you guys there. Did all that. Ooh, yummy. Thank you. You're welcome. Looks delicious. Right? It's gonna be so much tequila. Oh, yours looks more fluffier than mine.
So did you do your own makeup?
No, she did it for me.
It looks amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's really, really pretty. You guys did a good job.
Thank you. I'll let her know.
Yeah. I got pollo loco, and Brian got steak and chicken fajitas. And this margarita is the bomb diggity. I might need another one. We're gonna miss the mariachi band. No, the music. Woo! That's so fun. We're gonna miss it all. We're going back to our hotel. But how fun would that be? I love listening to Latino music. I actually have a list of Latino music on my phone that I like to listen to. Full. Holy cow, am I full. Woo! But I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'm gonna go back to the room and we are going to chill. Brian has to answer emails. He has to make a call to his business partner. and I want to just kind of get in my clothes and just chill for the rest of the day and edit my video and get it up for tomorrow. So I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today. I really don't know what I have planned for tomorrow because I really don't know if like the car museum is open. I know there's a history museum here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So I will see you guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow.